Right.
Push that button.
Hey, look, a Z-52 again.
All right.
I wonder where that ship is going to go. I
have no idea.
I think on this map we have a pretty good idea of where that ship is going to go.
Perhaps.
So, viewers, for those of you guys wondering, what we're talking about is most of the time you would expect a Z-52 to go to Bravo Cap because you've got that island and you've got that hydro, so you can lock down the cap completely.
Indeed. All right, welcome to, we said this was Prentice Division round 4, Zath?
Prentice, yes.
Round 4. This is Ego hosting STAR3. We're back on Northern Waters once again. Ego coming with Ohio, our first Shikishima of the day. Des Moines, Henri, Venezia, Moskva, Double Daring, and a Z-52. All the Hydro Destroyers.
Yep, pretty much. And then meanwhile, Star, with a little bit more of a traditional, I guess you could call it, deployment of Yamato, Kremlin, Des Moines, although they have two Venezias, a Nevsky, and Stalingrad, so they're definitely going hard kite someplace. We'll see where. And then Daring and Shimakaze round up their lineup.
Yeah.
So something interesting to note, both of these teams are sitting at 1 and 2. So whoever loses this is virtually guaranteed to not advance. Whoever wins will give themselves the opportunity to have another hair-raising game in Game 5. So yeah, this is when you're 1 and 2, you basically got to win your last two. So the pressure is
basically do or die.
Yep.
Well, we see Ego going for a nice even destroyer split. Daring's to the wing, Z-52 to the center, kind of like we expected the Z-52 to go to the middle. But just about like the majority of their force going to the C cap, only a Venezia and a Daring going to A. And then you see we're going to have a massive rumble at C, it looks like, because the majority of the Star forces are headed that way as well.
Star wants to win the flank hard.
Apparently everybody wants to win that flank hard.
Yep, I see that. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. I think both teams are going to make contact, and then they're just going to start slapping.
Yeah.
I guess I was wrong about the Z-52. He actually did not go making a beeline for that rock.
Well, I think he didn't because he knows that's where most people would expect him to go. So they,
sure,
that
is true. But the rock does provide at most angles, at most ranges, a lot of protection. But I like to see him playing a little bit more safe. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, in a minute, his Hydro is going to pick up Kandel's Daring on the bottom end of the cap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's reversing in, which gives him a nice escape. Kandel turns his engines on right as... Is that Didding? Jay Didding. There we go.
Yep.
Got into the cap. And so now Kandel has an unenviable choice. Does he stay or does he go?
Well, the Nevsky does have radar range, BR Rodrigo. So if they do want to toss it, and
there it does. There it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Radar coming up out of the Nevsky. Shell's going downrange on Didding, but Didding had a pretty good angle on him. Of course, being stern in, they might drive him off the cap, but they probably won't do a lot of catastrophic damage.
We'll be able to hit him, and there comes more shells in.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting that he's just going to sit there and take some damage here.
Well,
I think he's expecting Nevsky radar to just die quickly.
Okay, Nevsky.
30 seconds,
yeah, so. Nevsky radar lasts a little while, and Didding continued reversing for the first two salvos. The first salvo, I think, missed, and then the Nevsky realized, oh, he's backing up, and so there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, got some pretty decent chunk damage.
Now you're seeing some of those 180s shattered, it looked like, on the Z-52. In fact, they shattered on his stern. He didn't, like, they landed but didn't do much.
We haven't seen too much Nevsky today, but obviously it does have that 12-kilometer radar, and it's a lot easier to take advantage of it than it is in something like a Moskva, so that's nice to see.
Yep.
And it seemed like that radar position was predetermined as well, because the Nevsky was able to radar completely undetected with the rock in the middle in the way. So
now, pretty much all that does is buy them time, right? It buys Star time. They can't keep Ego off the cap. They know it, not with the Z-52 there. So, they're bailing out. But now it's interesting to note that despite the fact they picked up the B and C very quickly, they're going to lose control of B, and they're in the process of losing control of C, and they've basically left A undefended.
Well, just like Ku, and the Venezia Daring combo. Not the greatest synergy, but nonetheless, they're going to be able to kind of... at least it appears, do something over here, but actually the Daring and the Nevsky are coming back, so we might get Tree to do a little 2v2 action over in this section. Oh. And that Nevsky is going to eat some sap here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That is a monster salvo. Oh, boy.
Oh, and the
Oh.
Shikishima blowing away a Venezia at long range. Goodness gracious. From downtown, that'd been about a 20-kilometer shot or so.
That was a mega salvo right there.
There's a reason I have the Shikishima gun sound ready to go. Kraken wins game 4. They are 3-1 right now.
All right. Well, right now, this game is all ego. They own all the caps. They have a ship lead. STAR3 not seeming like they're just now getting onto the 10 line for their presumed push, but they don't seem to be in a huge hurry to make it.
Although, yeah, and it has taken a while for that to come to pass, too.
Yeah,
you would think if they're going to go all in, they would just go all in.
Yeah.
Well, seems that's the play here.
I don't like a Kremlin and Stalingrad together. They should be split up more.
Yeah, split those up. Look for better angles.
Yeah.
So we might have a bit of an interesting, catastrophic, daring fight about to happen over here.
Perhaps. Fortunately for STAR3, they only have a few more minutes to actually be able to turn this around, because when three caps are tipping... Oh, yep, here it comes.
Look at this slap fight.
Backed up by the Venezia. I'm not sure this is a fight that Candle can win.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Nevsky.
He needs the Nevsky now. There goes the Nevsky radar.
Yep. And that's certainly going to be able to help.
Candle taking big hits here from the Venezia as they try and push Captain Teddy Bear's daring back away. But, I mean, time is ticking away. Star's got to make a play. They got 3 minutes on the timer.
Yeah, and again, when you have all 3 caps, that stuff ticks incredibly
super fast.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's almost no faster way to give your opponent a catastrophic ultimatum than own all the caps.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Star seems to have stopped, right? Like, look, their Yamato's not moving. He's just chilling.
Yep.
The Kremlin has basically stopped. The Stalingrad has basically stopped alongside of him.
Venezia is backing up. Yeah, they haven't...
I'm left with the sense that they're not sure what to do here.
I concur with that sentiment, because it seems that once Ego realized that that's what, at least presumably, they were going to try to do, they've kind of have this nice little wall of ships from the 7 to the 10 line, just kind of waiting for them to push in. But that's really the only play that STAR3 has right now, so they might as well go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're this far behind, we saw this earlier in the day with MGN, right? MGN realizing, hey, it's time to push, let's go, and so they did. It feels like Star needs that realization and hasn't found it yet.
Well,
I was just going to comment on that.
Oh.
Say again, Sneaky.
Sorry, Zath. Patriota Fox took 2 torps there,
yes.
So now he lost quite a bit of HP.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Ego just needs to sit here and chill. They don't really need to do anything.
Jesse Billy Shima looks like it is going to pick up C. They don't seem inclined to really contest it, and nor do they really need to, right? They have a ship lead. They have over a 400-point lead. They just need to sit there and keep punishing ships.
Look at A. Teddy Bear now coming up under attack from Candle again.
More slap fight at A, huh?
I mean, they know that's got to be where they have to win this.
Well, they've got...
that Nevsky's going to suffer.
Ooh, Stalingrad goes down.
One of the Stalin goes out. But here's the thing. I don't think Candle can win this fight. Why? The Venezia is right there. As soon as he gets lit, that's all. It's potentially a one-shot kill for the Venezia, although Venezia is moving up so aggressively he may not have an angle.
Yeah, he's diving behind the island.
Both destroyers now in a gunfight, almost coming in, almost dead even on health.
Yep.
It's a question.
See if this daring ends up in a trade.
I think Teddy Bear's going out. I think Candle can win this.
No, it's going to be a trade.
It's going to be a trade.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade. That's all. That's a terrible trade for Star.
Mm-hmm.
No, Nevsky versus Venezia. I'd give the advantage to the Venezia as long as these sap salvos find home where they need to be. Also has the torpedoes to drop as well.
I'm not sure the Nevsky's AP... The Nevsky AP should have the velocity to pin that Venezia, though.
It does, but he's going to need to get all of his guns going, because obviously the Nevsky only has 8 shells, so he's going to have to, at some point, turn somewhat broadside to get those shells away. But then, of course, that allows the sap to just absolutely wreck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does indeed. He knows the Nevsky's radar is down, so... Well-timed smoke here for Gibson's Venezia. Not getting much out of the AP. Might get one of these torpedoes in, depending on how Rodrigo cons his ship.
Nah, he's staying bow on.
Yep,
He'll be fine.
Rodrigo's good. Let's see, can he see the Venezian there? Yep, they can still spot each other, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, the Venezia's smoke fire penalty is most certainly not below 10 kilometers.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
See that? Just a little bit of angle, bam, 5K into the Nevsky.
Yeah, and he was a little unlucky there that he didn't take. Meanwhile, I think some stuff is happening over here at sea. That Kremlin looks like he's about ready to die.
Yep.
And finally flood him off the board.
Rodrigo is... Oh.
Ooh, that Yami from 20-some kilometers just dunked that Des Moines pretty good.
Just going to comment, Rodrigo is rocking that Brazilian camo.
Yes. Looks very nice.
Is Ego Z52 challenging a Yamato to a gunfight?
Sure looks like it. Well, I just noticed this. Yeah, I guess. Interesting decision.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works out for him.
I don't know about that.
Well, he's about to stumble into a Shimakaze coming from the other direction as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
perhaps.
Shima's guns are nothing to laugh at when they're deployed correctly.
Yeah, that HE can slap pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean that was a decent hit out of the Yamato guns. He's only going to take one of those torps. Here come the Shimakaze guns.
Wow.
That's certainly going to help. Shima might be able to.
There he goes. They'll be able to shove the Yamato right into B. The Nevsky is finally going to be able to cap A. Do you think Star might be kind of fighting their way back in here? I mean,
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Oh, he's going to bag the cap. Oh. Ton of HP give up for that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Venezia goes down.
Yeah, they do lose one of the other Venezias. So, again, Ego on the ship lead.
This Venezia should be able to kill Rodrigo here, perhaps.
But now, Joaquin's Ohio is quite low. You get some good hits into Will Player.
Right
oh, big forward Citadel. Oh, there it was.
In the cheek. In that cheek.
The Yamato cheek belongs to the Ohio.
And I think that's going to wrap it up.
No, that's going to seal this deal. They needed that Yamato to get onto the cap, score the points, get some salvos in, but he's not going to. It's not going to happen now. Ego's going to win this game, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that Ohio, perfectly timed.
I liked the Yami push. I felt like it came a little too late myself, but I liked it. But then Ego just able to punish it.
See, that's the issue when you are down 3 caps and they just tick so many points. It basically forces you. It forces your hand, and to say that STAR3 didn't react very well to being down all those caps, it's I think pretty apparent at this point. So.
Yep.
But a valiant effort. They still managed to bag some ships. They didn't go down without a...
No, absolutely not.
Whimper, but
Jesse's going to ground himself here.
That Venezia is going to be able to come back and take A. And, yeah, the Des Moines should be down here, so...
Ohio's going to take a torp, and he'll be out. There he goes.
Yep.
It's prolonging the inevitable.
More or less.
Yep.
So Ego's going to get another chance, another hair-raising game.
Yeah, but this will probably be the end of the tournament for STAR3. 3 losses more or less takes you out of the brackets.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. We're just kind of waiting for this to end here.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much know how we end. I say, the Venezia Nevsky engagement at A was really interesting. As much as I like Nevsky, that's definitely an engagement that he is disadvantaged in.
Yeah, especially if your radar's not ready. You need to be able to use the radar and kind of catch the Venezia off guard a bit. At least in a 1v1.
Like, the Venezia has to screw up for a Nevsky to win that fight, in my opinion. Especially, I mean, Nevsky's armor is not... Venezia's armor scheme is not bad when she's fighting other heavy cruisers.
Right? And, of course, it has the turret angles, too, which are really nice, so...
Yep. And I guess Nevsky, technically, not even really a heavy cruiser, only with the 180mm guns.
Yeah, it's, I guess, medium with air quotes.
Right. So. Yeah. Well, there we go. A win for Ego. They live to fight another day, moving up to 2-2. They still have a shot to move on to day 2 if they can bag a win in their last game of the day.